Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another review. This time around, I'm going to be doing a review for Paul Blart Mall Cop 2. I've already reviewed the first one a couple days ago, so I'm going to review the second one right now. It stars Kevin James, Rainy Rodriguez, Eduardo Verastagio, David Henry, Neil McDowell, and Daniela Alonso. Um, Before I begin though, 10 second spoiler warning as usual for those who have yet to actually watch the movie and haven't already. Stop the video, go check it out, and come back here and watch the rest of this review. 10 second spoiler warning as usual, starting now. Okay, so 10 seconds are up, so for those who have yet to actually watch the movie and haven't already, please don't comment down below or be messaging me that never give you a fair warning, because as usual, I did. So yeah, Mall Cop 2, Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, what I think of it, as usual, quick synopsis, likes and dislikes, and then the rate. So this movie takes place 6 years after the original one. Literally within the movie's universe, it actually does take place 6 years after the first one. Kind of like the idea, it actually went the passage of time. You don't see that with too many sequels. Um, so whatever. It's been 6 years since the events of the previous movie passed. Where he needed to defend his mall against a couple robbers and get his love and daughter. In this movie, now he's at this convention, a security guard convention. When all of a sudden, there's these criminals, high end art thief criminals who are trying to steal a bunch of Van Goghs from this hotel slash museum slash mall. Um, so now he has to deal with them. At the same time, he has to deal with the fact that his daughter is growing up, and that the concierge or the manager of this place, of this hotel, has fallen in love with him. So yeah. I'm gonna start off with the good. I'm gonna start off with the good. There are a few jokes that are actually pretty funny. I will admit that there are a few jokes that are pretty funny, pretty decent. Now there's only really one that was gut bustingly laughing in my opinion. Um, Maybe two, one maybe two that were gut bustingly funny. After that, most of the other jokes were just a few chuckles, or they just fell flat on their ass. But there's only really two that I would say were gut bustingly funny, and even after that, it's not really gut bustingly, but they did make me laugh out loud at the very least. There was at least two that made me laugh out loud. LOL. And then there's the other ones where there's other ones that just made me chuckle, and for the most part, after that, most of them sucked. Yeah, most of the jokes here sucked. For comedy, most of the jokes here sucked. I want to say it was a ratio for every four jokes, one of them landed, and the other three sucked. Um, so yeah, something like that. Kevin James, he's a capable actor. He's a tolerable actor. The only thing I really don't like about him is that he makes this face every time he's like laughing or whatever. He just looks retarded. That Aside from the fact that when he tries to laugh, he looks like he's constipated. He's overall he's a pretty tolerable. He's a pretty decent actor. And there's some okay action scenes. I'm not gonna say it's great. I'm not gonna say it's decent. It's okay. It's okay action scenes. Aside from that, the movie was shit. The movie was complete shit after that. In the previous movie, they had a Disney star called Rainy Rodriguez who can act for shit. Okay, unless she's in Disney, she can't act for shit. In this movie, they have two Disney stars. Introducing David Henry, who was in Wizards of Waverly fucking Place. I would say he's a better actor than Rainy Rodriguez, but not by much. Not by much. He's a little bit better than Rainy Rodriguez, I would say that, but he's not really by much. They just pull off the typical bullshit Disney stuff, which they think is decent. They think it's great acting, and in reality, it's I won't say it's terrible, but it's mediocre. It's mediocre. I'm not gonna say it's flat out terrible, but it's mediocre to say the least. The rest of the actors in this movie, they were mediocre to are they were mediocre to alright, if anything else. Mediocre to tolerable. Um, but yeah, I mean, overall, it was just a really bad movie, really poorly acted for the most part. Aside from Kevin James, nobody really had a standout performance. On this account, who was the worst actor here or actress, which would be Rainy Rodriguez. Um, the writing was overall was pretty bad. Again, as I said before, there were some jokes that landed, but for the most part, all the jokes here sucked. The action was alright. It's alright. It's there, whatever. There's this one huge action scene or supposed action comedy scene where you have Kevin James and one of the henchmen from the main guy, and he manages to stumble upon one of the shows, one of these elaborate shows that they put on, to perform for the guests. And Kevin James is kind of just like there. He's kind of just there, they're supposed. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to convey action with comedy. It just doesn't work. It's just one of the weirdest scenes. It's really flimsy. It's dumb. It's really dumb to say the least. It's. I mean, for the most part, the movie here goes for dumb comedy. It goes for dumb comedy, and I'm okay with a dumb comedy movie. But here, for a dumb comedy movie, the jokes need to land, and here the jokes were just bad, just dumb badly. Where they're done badly and they're just really stupid and dumb, and they try to dumb down the audience, if anything. Again, as I said before, there's a few chuckles over here and there, about two laugh out loud moments, but aside from that, it's just a really bad movie, really terrible. Way worse than the first one. I want to say I like the first. Actually, yeah, I like the first one a lot more than this one. I feel like the first one was a kind of a guilty pleasure, if anything, more of a guilty pleasure. Here, it's just bad directing. The director is Andy Fickman. Did he direct the first one? I'm not completely sure. Um. Oh fuck! Wow. So yeah, I just searched up the guy, Andy Fickman, and he's another Disney star. He's a director for Liv and Maddie, which is a current show on Disney Channel right now, and he's made other pretty bad movies. Actually, no, he also did The Game Plan, which is another Disney movie, and then he's done a few other bad movies, like Race to Witch Mountain, and She's the Man. Wow. So yeah, this guy is not a pretty good director and a Disney star. So yeah, it's just overloaded with Disney bullshit somehow. Yeah, with David Henry and Rainy Rodriguez to the director. Wow. So yeah, pretty bad writing, pretty bad acting for the most part. A few things over here and that is funny about it, fun to like, but overall, just a really bad movie. And here, they tried to make this romance. In the previous movie, you had Paul Blart, who was kind of obsessed with Amy Anderson, which was his love life and or love interest in the previous movie. In this situation, they have the concierge Davina, or the hotel manager Davina, and she somehow falls in love with Paul Blart. And it's not like, I'm kind of intrigued by you. I kind of want to see a little bit more about, it's like she goes hard on in love. She's like in love with him. And yeah, and they kind of explain. Here's one of the worst jokes. And one of the running gags, one of the running jokes throughout this movie is the divorce between him and his lover, between Paul Blart and his crush from the previous movie. Apparently, they split up after about a week, a little less than a week after they got married. They never explain as to why she broke up, or why they broke up, or divorced. Actually, they never actually explain as to why they divorced. They explain that his mom died, getting ran over by a milk truck, and they say that several times in the film. They also say several times that he broke up with his wife or divorced her, but they never they keep trying to make it funny, like a running gag. They try to say, yeah, she got ran over by a milk truck. That's funny, right? That's funny. No, it's not fucking funny. First off, it's repetitive as all fuck. One time, whatever, I'll get over it. But if it's mentioned every 20 minutes, it's dumb as fuck. It gets annoying as hell, and it's very pretentious after a while. Like it's trying to be comedic, and it's not really comedic as its moments when it is comedic. But overall, it's just not a comedic movie. It's not a good comedy movie. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and 6 being decent, I'd give this a 3 out of 10. It's a really bad movie. It's a really bad movie. Yeah, that's basically it for this review. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and comic book reviews. Comment down below on your thoughts on the movie. Have you seen it? And if not, why not? And if you have, what are your thoughts on it? Click right here for the annotation. For those who want to check out my first review of Paul Blart, the original. For those who want to check out my review on that once I put it up. And yeah, aside from that, that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.